Alright, y'all. We are on the way to my first ever rec league game. I somehow signed up for an all-Asian basketball league, rec league, and yeah, this is our first game. I haven't met anyone else on the team. I only know one guy on the team, well, two guys. The guy who invited me and my boy Kyle. Me and Kyle go way back from college. And Andrew, I met him in college, and he just randomly hit my DMs up, you know what I'm saying? I got fine Asian shits hitting me up in my DMs. Sorry, Andrew, my fault. I'm just acting out for the camera. He hit me up and was like, hey, you live in this area still? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, you still hoop? I'm like, yeah. You trying to join this Asian league? I said, yeah. Very spontaneously. Like, me and Kyle had to pay like $100. There's like 10 people on the team, I think. Never met anyone else on the team. I just don't want to suck. I don't want to suck. Because I can't have people thinking I suck. I like shooting, bro. I'm not a hooper. I play football. I don't hoop. This is going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. I think there's like 20 games in the season. Me and Kyle, fun fact, me and him almost won the rec league back at our college days at KSU. So go Owls, Hootie Hoop. We didn't win, but if we can win this all-Asian league, that means we're the best Asian hoopers. So a win's a win. But we'll see how this goes. Alright, y'all, that wasn't the outcome we wanted in our first game of the season, but you know, it's kind of hard when you're playing against like a legit team from China. The Shanghai Sharks, they just came out, beat us. They had a coach. The refs was on their side. That last play, in my opinion, I think that was a charge. That screen I set, that was definitely not a moving screen. That kid was just a kid, and I just set a good screen, you know what I'm saying? Big body, big back. But, you know, it's not the best outcome. But you win some, you lose some. That was the first time meeting the guys. I didn't get any of them on camera, which is okay. But, you know, Kyle, disappointed in his performance. I expected him to become like, you know, Japanese Jesus and kind of carry us to the win. But it's like I said, you win some, you lose some. First game of the season, it's a long season. Yeah, we can't underestimate our opponents. You know, it's a basketball league. I think I played like shit though, I ain't gonna lie. But realistically, I had like 4 minutes, right? Got 1 rebound, lit up 2 points. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I could have played worse, could have played better. So technically, the loss isn't on me, because I barely played. So shout out to the team though. Good fight, good fight. Team, if we won, I did everything. But since we lost, not me. Cut the cameras, you know what I'm saying? Russell won, and we'll get better from there. We're gonna watch the film and become a better version of ourselves. And yeah. I don't know what else to say, but this is the beginning of Jacky joins the Asian Basketball League series. So hope y'all enjoyed.